Welcome to Elisha's space, where we discuss topics of mental health and Christian faith. I'm thrilled you're joining us for another enriching conversation where we explore how our faith journey intertwines with emotional wellness. If you're new here, this podcast is dedicated to helping you navigate life's challenges through the lens of both psychological wisdom and biblical truth. Before we begin, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode of these transformative conversations.
Welcome to Elisha's Space, where we dive deep into the intersection of mental health and the Christian faith. I'm Elisha, your host, and today we're exploring a topic that touches the core of who we are as people. Specifically, we're talking about faith communities and their impact on our emotional well-being. Have you ever felt the comfort of someone praying for you, or the joy of gathering together to worship? Feeling like you belong. Faith communities offer so much more than shared beliefs. They create spaces where emotional healing, support, connection, and mutual growth can thrive. So let's take a closer look at why faith-based communities matter and how they nurture our emotional health, especially when life feels overwhelming. Before we dive into the emotional benefits, let's define what we mean by a faith community. Simply put, this is any group of people who share a common spiritual belief, and it could be a church, congregation, a small group Bible study, or even an online faith-based support group. But here's the beautiful truth. A faith community is so much more than a gathering centered around beliefs. It's a safe space for authenticity, where people can come as they are, free of judgment. As it says in Hebrews 10, verses 24 and 25, let us consider how to stir up one another to love and good works, not neglecting to meet together, but encouraging one another. It's about encouragement, connection, and shared hope. Now that we know that a faith community what it really represents, let's explore how it protects and strengthens our emotional health, especially when we're facing challenges or seasons of doubt. Life can be hard. There are moments when we feel isolated, overwhelmed, or stuck. Yet, faith communities have an incredible way of stepping in and filling these emotional gaps. Here are 3 key benefits we can experience. Emotional support in times of difficulty. See, we all face seasons of hardship, grief, loss, anxiety, depression. Being part of a faith community means that you have people who rally around you, pray for you, and remind you of God's promises when you can't see past the storm. Galatians 6:2 puts it perfectly. Bear one another's burdens and so fulfill the law of Christ. Whether it's through meals, phone calls, prayer circles, or simply sitting in silence with you, faith communities provide emotional comfort that renews your strength. I have seen people walk through deep valleys of grief, holding on to hope, not just because of their personal faith, but because their community reminded them that they weren't alone. Fundamentally, we are wired for connection. And so being part of a faith community gives us that sense of belonging and connection. When you walk into a place where people know your name, care about your story, and encourage your spiritual journey, something shifts. That loneliness you've been carrying feels lighter. In 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verses 25 to 26, we're reminded that if one member suffers, all suffer together. If one member is honored, all rejoice together. Faith communities embody this collective care, and so you're part of a larger family. Another item that really connects with faith community is that you have encouragement for emotional and spiritual growth. Faith communities also challenge and inspire growth emotionally and spiritually. Sometimes growth requires accountability. Other times, it requires encouragement. And a good community, well, it does both. Proverbs 27 verses 17 says, as iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. God uses people within our communities to shape us, refine us, and call us to live with greater purpose and faith. This kind of growth also impacts your emotional well-being, giving you confidence, clarity, and the ability to handle life's challenges with more resiliency. Now, maybe you're listening and thinking, I'm not sure where to start. Or perhaps you're already part of a faith community, but want to engage more deeply. So let's talk about some practical steps. Make sure that you find the right fit. Look for a community that resonates with you. It might be a local church, an intimate small group, or even an online Christian group. Pray about it and trust God to guide you to a place where you'll thrive. The second item is reach out and connect. Joining a community is one thing, but opening up, well, that's another. Vulnerability takes courage, especially if you've experienced hurt or rejection before. Start small. Introduce yourself, join a group activity, or share one prayer request. Most people are eager to connect, but waiting for someone to take the first step. Commit and be consistent. Building relationships takes time. Growth doesn't happen overnight, but consistency means your roots go deeper. Spend time investing in fellowship, showing up, and serving others through your gifts. Faith communities are one of God's gifts for emotional healing, growth, and connection. They remind us that the Christian walk isn't meant to be done alone. It's meant to be shared in fellowship with others. If you've been yearning for something more, I encourage you today. Take that deep step towards community.
Thank you for joining me today. If you found value in this discussion about faith communities and emotional well-being, I'd love for you to be part of our growing community. Please take a moment to subscribe to the show and leave us a review. It helps other seekers find this content when they need it most. Stay tuned for our upcoming episodes where we'll continue exploring the powerful intersection of mental health and Christian faith, including topics like biblical meditation, handling anxiety through prayer, and building resilient relationships. Until next time, remember that your mental health matters to God and you're never walking this journey alone.